Hello. Hello, Facebook. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day outside in Tucson, and I'm looking forward to doing some yoga flow with you today. This is going to be a 60-minute all levels yoga flow class that you can definitely modify or step it up as you want for your practice today. If you're watching this as a replay, I suggest fast forwarding a little bit so you can just start as soon as we get started, as I'll be kind of chit-chatting for another minute to let people have some time to jump on this yoga class. You're going to want a yoga mat or a towel or a blanket or a rug or something that you can sit on, lay on, so that you're comfortable on your spine when we are on the floor. You might want a yoga block if you have one. You definitely don't need it. You could also use some books or like a water bottle. Rest your hand on top of the water bottle to bring the floor a little bit closer. So make sure you have your things. You might want a glass of water as well. I'm using a giant Tada rug back here, which is like an oversized yoga mat. And if you ever have questions about those, I can get you a discount. So they're pretty awesome. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started with today's yoga flow class. We're going to come into a seated position on your sits bones. Let your legs be comfortable. Maybe they're crossed in, maybe they're extended out. And let your hands fall into your lap. Before we get moving, we'll start with breath. Breath is wonderfully calming. And it's something we do all day, every day, but hardly notice. Just take an inhale through your nose. Hold it for a moment at the top. Open your mouth, sigh it out. We'll do a couple more breaths through your nose. Inhale. Hold for a moment. And exhale, mouth open. We'll begin a box breath. Inhale for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. One more like that. Breathe in to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. Then take a few normal breaths. Notice how your breath feels different. I just did the neti pot, so my breath feels really clear. Okay, you're going to bring the hands onto the knees, palms face down, eyes could be open or closed. We're going to start with some big circles with the chest. So big circles of the rib cage, moving it forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. Sit bones will stay grounded, shoulders will stay soft, looking to get out any kind of cracks or pops that might happen in the spine. When you're in the back, switch direction. Sitting up super tall as you do this, so there's some engagement in your core. Slightly pulling palms against knees and shins. Great, return back to center. We'll drop right ear over to right shoulder. Bring your right hand up, grab the side of your head. Extend your left arm out, just a gentle stretch to the neck before we get moving. If it feels good, turn your palm to face forward. And return back to center, switch sides, left ear to left shoulder. Left hand goes up and over, stretch your right arm out. Press your sits bones down to lift up. And return back to center. Come into hands and knees, tabletop position. Take some cats and cows. If you've been taking my classes this week, you've probably realized how much I love cats and cows. They just feel so good to my spine and my back and my body. So almost every class we do some cats and cows. And it can always feel nice to go side to side with the spine. Even take some circles. Okay, return back to center. We'll walk into puppy pose. Walk your hands forward, lower your forehead or your chin down to the ground. Arms will stretch out. You can always widen your arms. Let the heart melt towards the ground as the tailbone lifts up. Pressing the tops of your shins and the tops of your feet down into the floor. Full breath in and out. Another one like that. Full breath in and out. Engage through your belly to press back to a tabletop position and sit back onto your shins. Bring your heels to touch and your big toes to touch so you're fully sitting back on your feet versus having the feet wide apart. Little tuck of the tailbone so it's pointing straight down, chest is lifted. Interlace your fingers down to the webbing, push your palms away from you, and press the palms up towards the sky. Push the thumb side of the hand a little bit higher than the pinky side. And it's all right if your arms are slightly in front of you, whatever feels more comfortable to your body. Draw your ribs in, lift up through the back of your body. Push, push, push the palms to the sky. Full inhale. And exhale, release the arms down. Awesome. Take your left arm up towards the sky. Drape it across. See if you can touch your left shoulder blade. Then reach your right hand over, grab your left elbow, and draw that arm back behind you, opening up through the shoulders. You could stay there or release the right hand behind you and interlace both hands at your upper back. Okay, release. We'll switch sides. Right arm is going to lift up and over. See if you can touch your right shoulder blade. Then the left arm is going to reach up. Go ahead and draw the right elbow behind you. Ribs pulling in. Could stay there or wrap the left hand behind you, interlacing hands together behind your upper back. This is a really nice one for the rotator cuff. It works both arms in this pose. So it's good to do both sides, both arms getting benefit. And go ahead and release that. Roll the shoulders out as needed. And push into a forward fold. So roll back on your feet and come into a standing forward fold. Grab opposite elbows if it feels good. You can slightly sway the torso side to side. Put a slight bend in your knees. Even as your knees are bent, press your heels down and think of lifting your hip bones up towards the sky. Full inhale and exhale. Good. Release your hands down to the floor. Come into a tabletop position, hands and knees. We're going to flex the feet, tuck the toes under, and hover the knees about 2 inches off the ground. Awesome. Take another breath in and out here, and then drop the knees back down. Keep the feet flexed behind you. We'll bring the knees and the feet to touch one another, and press your hips back towards your heels. Chest is going to reach forward. Shift forward, tabletop. Breathe in. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Couple more like this, warming up the knee joints, warming up the hip joints, warming up the wrists a little bit. This is a great place to stay, working on this forward and back shift. If you would like to add on, return back to a neutral tabletop position and lift the knees a few inches off the ground. And then add that same movement, this time hovering the knees, shifting back, shifting forward. Breathing fully. Chest reaching forward through the shoulders. Shoulder blades spreading wide. Think those knees and forearms drawing towards one another. Inner thighs squeezing together. Take one more. And set it back down. We'll sit back into a child's pose. Take 2 full breaths. And then rise up, tabletop. Round your back like cat pose. Flex your feet, downward dog. Lift the hips up. Feel free to pedal out the feet here. Shake out the head. Even drop knees over to one side. Dropping heels over to one side. Just move around. Awesome. Step your left foot forward between your thumbs. Drop your right knee down to the ground and bring your left hand inside your left foot. We'll bring the left hand up to the left knee to start and take some circles of the left knee. Your hips are going to move forward and back. Your weight is on your back knee and your front foot. If this feels uncomfortable in your front knee for any reason, just hold still. Awesome. Come back to center. Plant both hands down, frame your front foot, lift your torso, reach your heart forward. Let your hips melt, but strengthen the legs. Inhale, lift the torso now, biceps by ears, palms together. Full breath in. Stay here or twist towards your left. Hook your right elbow outside your left knee. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Draw your left hip back towards the back of your mat. Inhale, back up to low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back to tabletop position. Turn your fingers outward slightly, slight bend at the elbows, flex your feet, squeeze your thighs together, lift your knees. Again, you can stay with knees dropped or lifted. Add in movement, your choice. Shifting forward and back, just like we did before. Chest really reaching forward, feeling the power in your legs pushing you back into that hover tabletop. Take one more. And shift back, downward dog. Woo-wee. Take an inhale and exhale. This time, right foot's going to step forward between your thumbs. Drop your left knee down. You'll bring right hand inside your right foot. And then draw the right hand up to the right knee and take some circles with the right knee. Very slight, protecting the joint. And the hips are going to lift and lower while you do this. Shoulders staying soft. And slow the knee down. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Strengthen the legs. Lift up low lunge. Inhale to lift the heart, lean back. Exhale to stay or twist, your choice. Left elbow hooking outside right knee if you're twisting. Right hip drawing back. Inhale, low lunge, rise up. Exhale, hands come, frame your front foot, step back, tabletop position. All right, we've done this before. You know where we're going. You can choose to stay, keep the knees down and rock, or flex the feet, lift the knees, and begin those movements. Full breaths. And push it back, downward dog. Pedaling out your feet, shaking out your head. Look forward, walk or hop, feet to your hands. Take your feet slightly wide, turn out the toes, sink low, yogi squat. In this yogi squat, we've got toes out, heels inward, knees are pushing outward. Push the heels down to sit up tall. You could always put a towel underneath your heels or a pillow so that they're pushing into something. Chest is broad, shoulders are melted. Take a full inhale. And exhale. Plant your right hand down in front of your chest. Reach your left hand high to the sky. Push your right tricep into your right inner thigh to help give you a little bit more of a twist. Switch sides. Left hand's going to come down. Right hand is going to go high. Knees pushing away from one another. Imagine you have a tail and you're trying to tuck the tail forward between your feet. Release hands in front of you. Option to stay here or add on. Hands interlacing at the back of your head. And tuck your chin towards your chest. Let your elbows fall towards the forehead. And see if you can touch your tailbone to your nose. So everything is rounding. Release. Come back to yogi squat. Hands to heart. Fire up your legs. Push the heels down. Stand up. Good. Breathe in. Then exhale, sit down or back to yogi squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, back to yogi squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, back to yogi squat. Good. Plant palm, step or hop, plank pose. Shift forward, lower all the way down to your belly. Baby cobra, inhale, lift your torso, squeeze your elbows in, reach the heart forward, and exhale, lower the torso down. 2 more of those. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Press the tailbone down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring your left knee out to the side like a frog leg and prop yourself up on your forearms. So forearms down, palms down. We've got the left knee bent to the side. You're reaching the heart forward. Stretch your left leg back. Push your tailbone down towards the floor. Full inhale. Full exhale. Lower torso. Extend left leg back to meet the right. Switch sides. Right leg comes out to the side like a frog leg. Inhale, lift up onto forearms. You can always stay right on your belly or lift up higher, depending on what your body needs. Give a little tuck of the tailbone. Draw the ribs in as you reach the heart forward. Think of the entire spine lengthening. Full breath in. Stay for your breath out. And lower back down. Right leg joins the left. Stay here. Find baby cobra or find upward facing dog. Rolling the shoulders back, hovering the legs, feet and hands, the only thing touching the ground. Strengthen the glutes. Big breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Find your breath. Right leg lifts high to the sky. Bend the right knee. Point the kneecap to the ceiling. Take some circles to the ankle. Circles to the knee. And shift forward. Step right foot between thumbs. We'll rise up to high lunge. Inhale to reach the heart forward. Staying right here. Powerful legs. Good. Then you're going to walk your hands to the left. Come into a side squat. So right knee is bent. Left leg is long. We've got the left toes pointing towards the sky. Chest is lifted. Then we're going to walk our hands back. Come into that lunge. Back knee up. Heart reaches forward. Breathe in. Exhale, walk to the left, come back into that side squat. Walk the hands forward. Exhale, last time with that side squat. Good, walk the hands forward. Back toes tuck under, back knee is lifted, rise up, high lunge. Full inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, we'll bend the back knee, hands come to heart, hover the back leg. Inhale, lift up, expand. Exhale, condense. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. Bring your hands to your front knee. Step your back foot slightly closer for warrior one. Back heel is going to come to the ground now. So both feet are flat on the floor. Make sure your back foot is slightly to the left. Front foot is slightly to the right. Lift your torso back up and interlace your hands at your lower back. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward inside your right leg. You can rest your right shoulder on your right knee if that feels good. Hollow belly, round your back. Push your back foot firmly into the ground. Inhale, rise back up. Release your hands. Come back into warrior one. Exhale, hands windmill to the ground. Step to down dog or flow. You're welcome to take a cobra or an up dog to get there. Awesome. Full breath in and out. And left leg lifts up. Bend the left knee, point it to the sky, take some circles. One more inhale. And then step it forward, exhale. Rise up on the fingertips, lift the chest. Strengthen through your back leg. Shoulders are going to melt down. Torso is lifted away from thigh. Good, and then walk your hands to the right. Find that side squat. Right toes lift up. Left knee pushes away. Walk hands back to the front. Lunge with the back knee lifted. It's a runner's lunge. And then over to the right. To the front. Breathe in. Staying strong the whole time. So we're looking more for strength in these than stretchy. You're using your legs more than your arms. You're pushing the floor away. Walk your hands back to the front. This time we'll stay. Back knee stays lifted. Rise up, high lunge. Deep bend in your front knee. Looking for level hips. Inhale to lift the hands, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the back knee, thumbs to chest. Inhale, hands go up and wide. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. Good, bring your hands to your front knee. Adjust your back foot. We'll come into warrior one. Back foot comes flat to the ground and slightly off to the right. So both feet are planted down flat. And then return the weight into your back foot. Rise up, warrior one. Interlace your hands the awkward way this time. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to fold inside your left leg. Hips will move slightly to the right. Think of the crown of your head touching the floor. Flat back to slowly rise all the way up. Hands go high. And exhale, hands come down. Step or flow. We'll meet in downward dog. Notice how your body is feeling. What's shifting? What's changing? One more breath in this down dog. And out. Rise to tiptoes. Look forward, walk or hop, feet to the front. Take your feet a little bit wider this time. And again, you can swing your torso side to side as it feels good. Tuck your tailbone and we'll roll all the way up to standing. Vertebrae by vertebrae to the top. Inhale, hands will go high to the sky. Exhale, thumbs to your chest. Shift the weight into your right foot and bring your left foot into tree pose. That might be at your ankle, your calf, or at your inner thigh. Pelvis faces forward, chest faces forward. Breath slows down. Soften what doesn't need to be working, like jaw or forehead, and then strengthen through both legs. Strengthen through the core. Strengthen the muscles along your spine. Gently draw the left knee into your chest. Keep the leg lifted and extend it back through warrior three. So making a capital letter T for Tucson, heart reaching forward, leg kicking back, step it back, high lunge. Ball of the foot comes down, hands go high. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe out. You made it. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, return to warrior two. Reach forward and down, side angle pose. Left arm goes up and over. You can always bring that right hand down to a block or to the floor or keep it on your thigh. Might have a half bind or a full bind. That feels good for your shoulders here. Good. Inhale, unwind back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose, hips move back, drop your right hand down to hips or shin. Full inhale and exhale. Then inhale, rise all the way up. You're going to transition the weight into your back foot, so into your left leg, and draw your right knee up into tree pose. Now we're doing tree pose on the other side, but you'll be facing the side of your mat. And you could stay right here in this tree pose on the other side, or you could draw right knee up into your side ribs, stay there grabbing shin, or grab onto your big toe and press the leg to the side. So kind of like a triangle pose that we just did, but now we're standing and making it a balance. Good. Kick foot into hand, hand into foot. And slowly bend the right leg back into center. We're going to step it out wide to the right. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a full breath in and fold forward. Exhale. This is a place that you could play with a headstand if you would like. You could also stay right where you are. You could add in a twist. Do what feels good. If you're headstanding, please take your time. Move slow. Otherwise, you'll start walking your feet back to the front of your mat. You're going to plant your hands and step back to down dog. Then rise to your tiptoes, lift up, look forward, walk or hop, feet to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Stand onto your left foot this time. We'll bring the right foot into tree pose at the ankle, calf, or the inner thigh. Steady your breath. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels fun for you. Draw your right knee gently back into your chest. Warrior 3, moving slow. Kick your right leg back. Back toes and knee are going to point straight down. The chest reaches away from the back leg. Kick, kick, kick. And step it back. High lunge. Hands go up. Full inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. Reverse warrior 2. Back hand to back hip. Left hand up and over. And exhale, side angle pose. Forearm down. Right arm goes over the crown of the head as is comfortable. Twisting your heart and torso, your belly towards the sky. Pressing down through your back foot. Lengthening your heart away from your back leg. Always the option to add in a half bind or full bind here. Release, return back up. This time leg straightens, both legs straight. Triangle pose, hips move back, reach forward and down. Keep the heart lifted. It doesn't matter how low you get. Think of someone pulling that top arm up. More important is that you're working to keep the legs straight here. Inhale, rise up. We'll transition the weight into the back leg now. That's your right leg. Step onto it and bring your left foot into tree pose, either ankle, calf, or thigh. Hands wherever serves you. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe you bring them out to cactus arms. Again, you could stay right there or grab your shin or your foot or big toe as you extend your leg towards straight. Steady breath. Return your leg back to center. Step your left leg off to the left. Come into that wide-legged stance. This time, toes out, heels in. Bend both knees. Take your arms into cactus arms. Great. And you can hold this, or if it feels good for your body, take some big circles. So kind of like we started class, big circles of the rib cage, going to the right, bending forward, the left, back to center, and switch direction. Goddess pose, find center. Straighten both legs, look forward, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands go up, breathe in. Exhale, flat back to fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to down dog, your choice of how to get there. Letting your breath settle. Okay, Go ahead and shift into a tabletop pose, dropping your knees down. We're going to step right foot between thumbs and bring right hand up to your right knee. This might be right where you stay, or you can reach the right hand all the way up and back and grab your back foot. Give a little tuck of the tailbone, draw that heel towards you. Reach your heart forward and twist it up, belly towards the sky. If you have that, release the back foot, hands come down, step back, tabletop. Switch sides, left leg steps forward. I forgot my hair tie in case you can't tell. So it's like, yoga and hair. Left hand to left knee, you're twisting towards the left this time. Feel free to stay right there. Or reach the left hand all the way up and back. Draw the right heel towards your hip. Shoulder blades will draw slightly towards each other. Belly turns towards the left. Release the back foot. Come back into your tabletop position, and we'll lie down onto your bellies. Stretch the thighs back. So you can do this by making a little pillow out of your hands, resting your forehead on it, and then lifting the right leg up about 2 inches, thinking of stretching it back. Lift the left leg up about 2 inches, stretch it back. And do that a few times on both sides. Great. And settle in. You'll bring your forehead down to the floor. Press your pubic bone down. Think of lifting your belly up. And you're going to bring your hands now to the sides by your shoulders. We're going to inhale, look forward, lift through the torso, push through the palms this time, and lift up a little bit higher than baby cobra. Elbows are going to still squeeze in. Think of your chest pushing forward, but your ribs drawing back, the back of your neck lengthening, the tailbone pressing down, the legs getting longer behind you. You're going to slowly release back to your starting point. If you start to feel any tension in your lower back, don't lift so high. Inhale, lift the torso back up. It's really not worth it. We're looking to feel length, and you're looking to feel a stretch in your abdomen, in the front of your body. So if you feel this discomfort in your back or in your lower back, that is not good. So adjust if you feel that. You should feel strength happening along your spine, but no pinching. And slowly lower down. And inhale, lift back up. Really press the pubic bone down. Visualize the sides of the hips gently squeezing together. Okay, so here's an option. You could just rest, or you could stay right here. Or third option, you're going to, I'm going to say what you're going to do, and then you can go ahead and try it. You're going to quickly take your hands off the mat, roll through a locust pose with your arms extended, and return right back to here. So it looks like this. Catch and release. The legs are going to come back up. And catch and release. If that feels good, take a few more. Really good for digestion, for the strength of the entire posterior body, as well as your core. One more. And release down. Good. Go ahead and turn your head to look either direction. Take a rest. And prop yourself up on your left forearm. Go ahead and bend your right knee in and reach your right hand back to grab your foot. If this doesn't feel good, by all means, don't do it. Just stay where you are, resting. Otherwise, you can start drawing that right heel towards your hip. And release that foot. We'll switch sides. Bring the right arm in front of you, and you can go ahead and bend the left knee. Reach the left arm back. And release the left foot. Now again, you could choose to rest, or if your body is craving it, you could bend both knees, reach both hands back, find tops of feet. Knees are hip distance apart. And on an inhale, you can lift up. Thinking of lifting your chest higher than your legs. Stretching knees and chest in opposite directions. And exhale, lower down. Press back to a child's pose. We'll be here for about 10 breaths. You could do knees apart or knees together. Knees together can be really nice after all that back bending. Go ahead and take a couple more breaths in your child's pose. I'm going to run and get a hair tie since you're in child's pose, and I can do that while you're on Facebook Live. All right, from your child's pose, go ahead and shift forward, come up onto hands and knees. You're going to come into a high kneeling position. I want you to really squeeze your hips towards one another so that if you were in front of a wall, the pubic bone and the hip bones would all be touching the wall. So you're looking for a levelness of those three hips. All of those are kind of like the same frontal plane. Okay. From here, if this feels like work, you can stay, or you could reach hands forward, palms face one another. Like a board, from the top of your head to your knees, you're going to hinge back, really squeeze your butt, and you're looking to stay in one straight line, so nothing is bending at the hips. And then press back to your starting point. Breathe in and shift back. Shifting forward and back. This is great stretch and strength for your quads. A little bit of an eccentric contraction here. Take one more. And return to center. Great, come down to a seated position, and we're gonna make the shape of a Z with our legs. So bring the right shin in front of you and the left leg out to the side, kind of like that frog leg we did earlier. The right knee is gonna be somewhere in front of your right hip. Make sure there's some padding slightly in front of your right leg. You're gonna reach your arms out. This is the more advanced variation, or arms down by your sides. This will make it a little bit easier. So start where you want. You're gonna lift up and shift back to a high kneeling position, but now your legs are different shape. And you're gonna go ahead and sit back down to that Z shape. Inhale, shift up. You can use your hands to push off, or you can work this with your arms by your sides. Push up, breathe in, and out. You're looking to make this as smooth as possible. It's okay if it's a little clunky. Really opening the front of that back thigh. Pushing your hips forward as you lift up and engaging through your butt cheeks. Take one more. And return back to a seated position. Good, keep the legs as they are. Twist to your right and bring your hands down to the ground. So that Z is happening still back there to your left. Hands are down, fingers are pointing to your right, and you're twisting. You could stay here or add in a few push-ups. Elbows bending to the sides, lowering the chest and pushing it back up. Take anywhere from 1 to 10. And then return back to center. Sit onto the right hip, swing your legs around in front of you and come into a boat pose. Both knees are going to be bent. We've got the fingers down by our hips to lift and lengthen through the lowest lower back. Inner thighs squeezing together, shoulders drop, lift the chest. You could stay there or bring your hands by your sides, palms face up. You could stay there or lower into a low boat. Your choice. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rise all the way up, cross your legs. We'll switch to that Z on the other side. So right leg is going to swing back, left shin is in front of you. It's also called mermaid sit or like a zigzag sit. So hopefully you can figure it out. All right, from the zigzag sit, face forward, so towards the left shin. And again, using hands or not, we'll sit up and sit down a few times. So breathe in and out. Stretching open the back thigh. Pushing through the glutes to lift up. Really good to stretch and strengthen your muscles. Go ahead and take one more after this. And sit it down. Adjust your legs if you need to. We'll twist to the left this time. Fingers pointing towards the left, torso pointing towards the left as much as you can. And stay right here and join the twist or add in a few push-ups. Chest reaching forward, ribs staying drawn in, shoulders staying wide. Again, you can take as many or as little as you want. You could even be in Shavasana, whatever feels good. Turn back to center and we'll swing the legs to the left, come back into your boat pose. Knees go up, you can stay upright or again lower to low boat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sit all the way up, cross your legs, step or hop. We'll go to down dog. You could go through a flow or go straight there. Nice, arriving in down dog. Take a full breath in and out. Look forward, walk or hop to a seat at the front of your mat. Legs go through and extend. Inner thighs roll down, outer thighs roll out. We're going to bend the left knee in so the left foot is planted down, right leg extends out long. You're going to inhale, lift your hands towards the sky, then exhale, fold forward over your right leg. You're going to turn your belly a little bit to the right. Now your hands might land on your thigh, your calf, your ankle. You can even wrap your left arm in front of your left shin and reach your right hand behind you, maybe interlacing your hands. You can reach your forehead towards the right shin that's extended. Activate the extended leg, push the leg down into the mat. So you're pushing your calf down, your thigh down, but lift the heel up, really flexing through the foot. And then pull your belly back, even as it twists towards the right, and round over that leg. Big breath into your lower back and out. Another one like that. A little bit further, forward folding. Good. And then inhale, look up, flat back, sit up. Extend the left leg out. We'll take that on the other side. Right leg extends in. Sit bones planted. Staying here or forward folding over the left leg. Belly twisting towards the left. Both sits bones stay on the ground.
And again, you could stay or wrap your arms back behind you, maybe interlacing them. Push your left leg into the floor. Push both sit bones into the floor. Round the body. Torso going inside that right leg. Each exhale folding you just a little bit deeper.
Look forward, flat back it to sit up. Good. We're going to shift forward now, come back into tabletop, and we're going to go into frog pose. So take your knees out wide to the side. And again, you could start in child's pose, toes together, and forward fold from there. Or take your feet apart, point your toes outward, and come down to your forearms or stay on your palms. You're looking to feel sensation in your inner thighs, maybe even in your inner groin a little bit. You should never feel pain in your knees. So if you're feeling that, that's a sign to back off. Chest reaches forward, back is long and straight. There's still activity in your abs and in your legs and in your arms. Everything that's touching the floor, push it down into the floor. 5 breaths. 4 more. 3. 2. 1 more breath in and out. Slowly shift forward, engage through your abs and your legs, and shift up into a tabletop position to come to a seated shape. We're going to stay with opening those inner thighs. Extend your legs out to the sides. Inner thighs roll down, outer thighs roll out. Again, you can have hands behind you to lift through the heart, or bring the hands in front of you and begin to fold forward, coming to palms, forearms, or down to your belly. And you can stay with feet flexed, or you can start pointing through the feet, getting extension from the hips out through the toes. And if you're pointing through the feet, you can still push the calves down, push the heels down, push the hips down. Good. 5 more breaths. 4, strong legs. 3, 2, 1 more breath in and out. Engage abs, reach the heart forward, and slowly rise all the way up. Close your legs in front of you. You can shake them out if you need to. We're going to move into fire logs. You could also take pigeon on your back or regular pigeon. For fire logs, go ahead and bend your right shin in front of you, kind of like that Z shape we did earlier. And then you're going to stack your left ankle on top of your right knee. Now, it's a video, so it might look like I'm doing the other side. Just follow my voice with the left and right more if you can. Flex your feet. We've got shin on top of shin, ankle on knee, and knee on ankle. Then you can stay upright, or you could play with forward folding here, whatever feels more comfortable to your body. Shoulders are soft, head might bow. You're looking to feel sensation here in your outer hip. Might feel a little bit in your thigh and your lower back. And you could stay right here. You could add in a little twist if you'd like, bringing hands to heart, hooking left elbow outside the sole of your foot. That can feel nice. If you're in the forward fold, take 1 more breath to really fold over. And then heart reaches forward, flat back, all the way up. Good, extend your legs in front of you, find a mini boat pose, engage through the abs, and we'll switch sides. Left leg down, right leg on top, prepping for fire logs on the other side. Fingers can stay behind to help you sit up tall. This is a great place to stay. Or you could add in a forward fold, totally your choice.
One is not better than the other. Notice if one hip feels tighter than the other, one side feels easier. And again, you could stay there, or you could play with adding in a twist, bringing right elbow outside the right foot, so you're twisting towards the top foot. Really breathe into your back if you're taking that variation. And if you're still in the forward fold, enjoy a little bit deeper of a fold. Heart reaches forward, find a flat back, and slowly sit all the way up. Cross your legs. We'll go to our last down dog. You can step straight there or flow there. Just enjoy this down dog for a few moments. Look forward, walk or hop to seated. Extend your legs out. We'll reach arms forward to roll onto your back. So make sure you have space behind you. Kick the legs away from you, tuck the tailbone, hollow the belly. You're gonna try and roll back super slow. Keep squeezing inner thighs together. Push the heels away. Trying not to flop back as much as you can. It's hard to talk and do that. Woo-wee. All right, when you get to your back, give yourself a wiggle. We'll take a bridge pose. So feet plant down, knees point to the sky. Of course, if you'd like a different type of back bend here, you're welcome to. Just take care of your body, of course, first and foremost. All right, tuck your tailbone, push your lower back into the floor. Let that imprint continue up the spine as you lift your hips up. Press your arms into the ground. Stretch your knees away from your chest. Start with your chest, roll back down. Take your feet apart and let your knees fall together. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. With each breath, feel both hands lift. Inhale, you'll feel your chest hand lift, then your belly hand. Then exhale, belly hand falls, chest hand falls. A couple more like that. We're gonna bring your arms out to a T shape. Make sure you have some room behind your head. We're gonna draw the knees into the chest and extend the legs up towards the sky. So this is a great place to stay. You can even lean your legs against the wall, helping reverse blood flow a little bit. Great for detoxification. Great if you have trouble sleeping. Great if you've spent a long day on your feet. Great if you want to just kind of rest your entire mental and physical self. So again, you could stay here, rest feet against the wall, or if you'd like to go into a shoulder stand, now would be the time to do that. Kicking your feet towards the sky, bringing your hands to your lower back, and making sure the weight's in your shoulders and elbows, never on your neck. There should be space between your neck vertebrae and the floor, so someone could slide like 2 fingers underneath the back of your neck. Collarbones are broad. And you could stay right there, or you could play with lowering one or both legs. You'll slowly roll back down to your back with control. And again, let your feet come to the ground and your knees fall together. You can bring a hand to the heart and to the belly. Bring your arms out to a cactus or a T-like shape. Scoot your hips to the right about 6 inches. Draw your knees into your chest and let both knees fall to the left. So coming into a spinal twist. The closer your knees are into your chest, the more you'll feel this in your upper back. As your knees fall to the left, think of your belly twisting to the right. And draw your belly in to roll you back to your back. Bring your feet down so you can slide your hips through center and over to the left about 6 inches. Knees draw back into chest, drop them to the right. Gaze either at the sky or you can gaze towards the left. Knees go to the right, belly goes to the left. Draw your belly in to roll back to center. And if there are any other last postures you need to feel complete, this would be your time to take them. If your back is feeling vulnerable after a shoulder stand we did, I like to do just a little bit of a scoop up with the torso, hollowing belly and pushing back down towards the floor. And then allowing yourself to either keep moving, keep moving if you'd like, or flop into your Shavasana. Into your Shavasana. Allow your face to soften, your shoulders to soften. I encourage you to take at least 3 minutes, if not 5 or 10, here in this restful Shavasana pose. Not only is it a great way to relax the muscles after all the work we did, but it's also really good for our mental state to just stay here and breathe. So please continue the Shavasana. I'm going to sign off now so we don't have 5 minutes of Facebook with me laying there. Thanks for joining me on this Monday night yoga flow. I appreciate you. Please leave comments. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't. Have a wonderful rest of your day.